Welcome to your daily focus for November the 10th, 2021. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. You guys absolutely rock. We have the 10 energy today. The 10 energy is about moving into new energy, a better energy, a new season, a new chapter, a lighter energy. 1 plus 0 is a 1 with the it's like a God essence whenever the 0 is attached to a number in numerology. So it is definitely the I am. So we'll definitely have our desires, our wants, our needs grow today in one way or another. If we do the numerology of the day, it's a 17. So that's making the impossible possible. That is, yeah, and only you can do it. It's your unique path. It's something in your life that you didn't think that you could go forward, that there was something blocking you, or you didn't have enough time, or you didn't have enough energy, or you didn't have enough resources in order to go forward in the way you want, and you understand how you can do it now. And it may be very unique. It may be very different from the ways that you have been the tried and true, so to speak. We were in the moon of Capricorn, which would have given us more of that tried and true. But remember, Uranus actually is involved with our new moon and has been for the last 3 new moons. So something out of the blue, something, just bumping into it around the corner is more likely than not, actually. So we may think it's a miracle, an aha moment, an epiphany. Or we just get the clarity, we get the understanding today that we normally wouldn't have gotten. So pay attention to where you feel that you can't go forward. Back up a little bit. Maybe look at it from a different perspective. Maybe talk to somebody that you trust about a way to go forward. Maybe their idea may not be the idea that you want to take back, but it might give you that window of illumination of what you can do. Their words trigger your own thoughts, your own actions in some way, in some form that moves you forward. Sun is in Scorpio. The moon is now in Aquarius, so that is unique and original as well as community. And I believe Mars and Mercury are conjunct, so they're sitting on top of each other, which will help us with our brains will just be going, our mental activity will be off the chart. So if you have some kind of paperwork to do, or you're writing a novel, or this is the kind of day you're investigating something, you're researching something. This is kind of the day when you have this spark of energy to really hit the books, hit the paper, and with pen in hand, and be very successful on the outcome. However, Mercury and Mars are both having a little bit of a tiff with Saturn. So communicating our plans may be a lot more difficult. Mars, I think we'll just get frustrated. If nothing else, we'll get frustrated that it's not moving fast enough or in the right direction. Nothing's coming into, none of the ducks are in a row, so to speak. Be careful with your words today. And don't take anybody else's word for granted today. Okay, because people may be telling stories today. People may be fabricating. People may be expanding the truth, so it's a better story, it's more believable, it's more of a buy-in. So research, educate yourself, ask the questions in order to get the clarity and the understanding. Don't say yes to anything until you've thought it through, and don't say no to anything before you've thought it through. Okay, let's get to the cards. Oh, who did we have turn over here? Oh, we have like 4 or 5. Okay, we'll put those back in then. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's 3. Okay, we're not going to do 3. But both times it was a 2. The 2 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles were on the top of Each of those. That's all about making the decisions. Okay, look at this. We start with the Three of Swords. I know many tarot card readers that won't even, they'll just reshuffle the deck if this card comes first. So we could feel frustrated today. We could feel anxiety today. We could feel sorrow today. Things might not go our way today the way we wanted them to. All the more reason to lose yourself in research and reworking the plan, perhaps, learning something, educating yourself. And allow healing in. So this card is very much a disruptive card for us, and emotionally a disruptive card for us. And it could be severely horrifying, or it could be just, that kind of sucked kind of energy. So it all depends on your own personal planets and where they all set, what's happening in your chart. But this card is one of healing. This is looking it in the eye. This is going with the flow. If you're sad, then cry. If you're happy, then laugh. But don't try and hide or push down an emotion because you're supposed to smile. People expect you to smile. So this card has a lot to do with honoring your emotion and working through it, flowing through that. We don't want to get stuck in depression. We don't want to get stuck where we're always too happy because that can create its own set of problems. We want to honor the emotion that we are feeling, though, and allow it to flow through us rather than trying to push it down or stifle it or completely ignore it. That won't work today with that card as the first place. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. Now, here's one. Did I even talk about the daily energy of the 17? Making the impossible possible. I don't think I talked about the 8 afterwards. 1 plus 7 is an 8. So we're going to attach ourselves to our courage. We're going to attach ourselves to our strength. We're going to walk with our integrity. It's about unconditional love and recognizing it and how we can live it, live those steps. But the King of Pentacles here, the King of Pentacles, this is the aha moment. This is the epiphany. This is knowing how to go forward successfully. And it's thinking outside the box. Our crown is a living vine. So it's about taking maybe something that's tried and true and adding something to it or modifying it in some way so that it's unique, it's different, it's original, and it's yours. I don't know how that will play out for each one, but that's a very strong card. The King of Pentacles has the most abundance, I think, out of all the kings in the deck. He's not necessarily a risk taker. He is a risk taker, but only after deliberation, only after thinking it through, only after asking questions, only after investigating, researching. And when he knows beyond a shadow of a doubt that it's time to go forward because it's the right decision, he doesn't have to look back on it. He knows that he's going to bring in prosperity and abundance and happiness and joy in his life and his kingdoms. The Three of Pentacles is back again. Roll up your sleeves. It's going to be a long path of hard work, and some of it will be pretty mundane. Some of it will be like, I don't want to do that. But you have to. You can't take the shortcuts when this card shows up. It's about rolling up our sleeves. It's about getting to work. I love the way the artist portrays this card because we hold the paintbrush to our tomorrow, to our canvas. So what are we creating? We write the narrative here, or we are designing the narrative here. We shouldn't worry too much when that card shows up. We shouldn't worry what people are doing, if they're looking at us, if they're watching us, if they're taking notes, if they're saying thank you. None of that should matter for what you are focused on. And today I would put the focus more on communicating, but not communicating with each other. I think that can be pretty disruptive because Saturn's in there mumbling our words or not getting the point across properly. I think it's more of the communication with a textbook or reading something, or if it's more of a lecture where somebody is giving you the information or maybe you're giving the information. Okay, we'll get a mantra card here. And even if something pops up from your past, I mean, with that Three of Swords, something, an old wound, an old scar, can still be there. And this is kind of the day to address things like that. Because it does come out in who you are, in how you represent yourself, in what you think about yourself, about your confidence, your surety. Knowledge, seek knowledge. Today is definitely a day to seek knowledge, to research, and we have that Scorpio sun. So the Scorpio sun really helps us to dig deep, to get to the truth, to get to the answers, to get to the realizations, the aha moments, the epiphanies. So knowledge, seek knowledge, seek knowledge. Knowledge is one of the most powerful tools that you can use to bring about change to yourself and the world around you. Building knowledge is an ongoing process with results that will last a lifetime. No one can take knowledge away from you. Knowledge is the foundation that can provide you with opportunities of fulfillment and freedom to choose your life's path. It will bring about confidence and clarity, so follow your path with enthusiasm and focus. So once again, that focus word came up. I don't think I used enthusiasm, but definitely a focus is needed. The mantra is, knowledge brightens my horizons for the future. So know that it's not a waste of time to sit down and watch a documentary in order to gain the knowledge. It's not a waste of time at all to do those things, to prepare yourself, to prepare your mind. Remember, we're preparing our mind, body, and spirit all at the same time. So today is the day when we can grow our knowledge. So seek the knowledge. If there's something that you've always wanted to learn, something that you've always wanted to do, this might just be the day that you step into it. Maybe you've always wanted to make something in a pottery or painting or dancing or flower arranging or whatever it is. Whatever it is. It's kind of funny I'm saying that because I have been like checking out how to make macrame bracelets and beads and crystals, and so I'm learning about that right now. And just soak up the knowledge. And when these kinds of transits happen in the sky, it's not just today. We could have felt it yesterday, the day before, the day after, the next day. But know that that energy is surrounding you. Balance. Balance with the moose. So balance, release, recalibrate, and dignity. I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do. Moose tells us it's time to realign our purpose. Look within. Know what you are doing outwardly, and you will begin to see where you need to recalibrate your life. Balance is key to enjoying your life, but many times it's lacking. You may feel as if you're on a teeter-totter. Sometimes everything's up, and other times everything's down. Don't allow a brief moment in time to destroy your balance. You're driving down the road, somebody cuts you off, and all of a sudden you just go into a temper tantrum all by yourself in the car. The person's long gone. But you keep reliving it throughout the day. You know, you get to work and you tell everybody, you wouldn't believe this jerk that pulled right out in front of me. And then you, at lunchtime, you're telling the cashier or the waiter or the waitress. And then you go home and you relive this, and you just keep bringing that negative energy back in and back in and back in. So be careful of doing that, because yes, a brief moment in time, a couple of seconds, can change your whole attitude for the day if you're not keeping yourself in check. And this is one of these days when we want to keep ourselves in check. Moose walks with dignity, and it's time for you to hold your head up high and stand tall. So today is one of, maybe it's emotion that we have to walk through, that we have to wade through, that we have to look at our old scars perhaps and let go of the pain and the hurt. And many times people are like, well, I don't want to forgive the person. They don't deserve forgiveness, but forgive them for being so stupid, so senseless, so uncaring, so uncompassionate. Forgive them for being the idiot they are. That they would hurt you or ruin you in some way, or you felt like they ruined you in some way, because they really can't. People of integrity expect to be believed, and when they're not, they just let time prove them right. So if somebody's really hurt you and your honor or your reputation or your integrity, to just hold your head up high and keep walking. And sooner or later, they'll have to believe you. And you know what? If they don't, well, did they matter? Because if they turn their backs on you for that one brief moment in time, then did they truly ever really love you unconditionally? That's the 8 energy, the loving unconditionally. So it's about understanding where there isn't balance in our life. And what did it say? I forget what it said at the very beginning, but I was going to pay attention to it, and then I didn't. Look within, note what you are doing outwardly. And that is where you will begin to see where your life needs to be recalibrated. Things need to change. Maybe you need to let something go. Maybe you need to add something new into your life. So look within when you see yourself acting outwardly in different ways. Say, does that really work for me? Does that really move me forward? Does that make me enemies? Does that make me friends? Does that bring in support? Does that bring in love? Does it anger people? Does it bring me anger within my heart? Does it bring me happiness within my heart? Remember, we're in that 5 energy year. So we want to create joy, happiness, giggles, laughter in every single day. A consistent commitment to having joy in our life, peace of mind. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.